okay, so he's not really effectively deploying the military or using the Insurrection Act. And so, first of all, the National Guard is not the military, right? If the military was deployed against your town, yeah, you would be in a lot of trouble. The National Guard is the president can use within certain very specific rules. And he's been told many times by the courts that there is no insurrection and he cannot use the Insurrection Act. And the courts are finding everything that he's doing to be illegal. A judge yesterday just blocked any National Guard from any state from going into Oregon, and it hasn't been working. And even when they do show up, they're only allowed to guard federal buildings and do very, very specific things. So he can't deploy the military against the entire nation, both because it's not possible, we don't have enough military, and because he's not being allowed to. And when people say it doesn't matter, he doesn't care about the laws, the military does. Yeah. And as of last Tuesday, with that really, really silly stunt he pulled, I think almost everybody that wasn't completely woken up before, like the courts and like the leaders of the military, are now. So, yeah, let's pay attention to what the National Guard's doing, and let's be talking about that, and let's be calling our freaking representatives and yelling about it every single day. But mostly it is getting shut down. Mostly he is not being allowed to do it. This is how the process of democracy works, right? We've never had an executive in office before that set out to test every single check and balance of America. But mostly those checks and balances are holding. There's no chance in hell that we are going to see the 82nd Airborne deploying to Portland. That is just craziness that he is screaming on Truth Social. So we, the people, can end this anytime we want. Our leaders can impeach and remove anytime we want. And we need to put pressure on them to do so. And we need to be protecting disadvantaged people in our neighborhoods. And we need to be getting together and standing against ICE the way that people have been doing when they show up to their neighborhoods, because ICE on their own can do very, very little. I'm Danielle, a scholar of cults, extreme groups, and extremely bad leadership, and it is a wild time to be an expert on the bad guy. Where's that book I wrote? I wrote a book called Uncultured about growing up in the Children of God religious cult and then going into the cult of the U.S. Army. Really helpful for understanding a bit of what we have going on right now. And my much anticipated book, The Culting of America, is available for pre-sale right now. Attached here, comes out January 20th.